Good evening, gentlefolk. Spider-Man PS4 has been released for a couple of days now, and a lot of people have already completed the game and unlocked all the suits. So here's some suits that I think should be in the game. The Ben Reilly suit. Not the Scarlet Spider suit, but the actual Ben Reilly classic suit from when Ben Reilly was the main Spider-Man, back when Peter retired during the 90s. This is my favourite suit ever, and I think it is the best looking suit out of all the suits that have ever existed. So I would really like it to be in the game. The suit has appeared in previous games, but it just never looked right. Like, for example, in the PS1 games, the main spider was blue instead of black. So it didn't look right. And in some of the other games, it just looked too slim, as opposed to, it's meant to be bulkier and more chest heavy. So when it looks slim, it just looks really, like a cheese string. As for powers, maybe it could have the web dome attack as like a throwback to the games from the 90s. Web dome would actually be pretty cool. The Spider-Man Unlimited suit. This suit was used during the Spider-Man Unlimited TV series that aired between 1999 and 2001. The story behind how the suit was created for the show was due to licensing issues, whereby they got the license to make the TV show, but they could not get the license to use the original suit or any of the original villains. So they had to create their own suit and create their own version of the Spider-Man villains. But the story of the suit inside the show was that it was created by Reed Richards, and it uses nanotechnology, so Peter can equip it anytime he wants. It also has a stealth mode, so Peter can go invisible. I actually really like how the suit looks, especially with the web cape and the nanotech flashes. The suit appeared in the PS1 games along with its invisibility, but it didn't feature the web cape because, well, PS1 graphics. But I really think Insomniac would be able to make this suit look ridiculously good, especially with those nanotech flashes. The suit's power would obviously be go invisible. It's gotta have those nanotech flashes whenever the ability is used and not used. And just random nanotech flashes just every so often because they just look so good. Number 3, spidey-ock. Okay, let me explain this one. Let's go back to a time before the internet really kicked off. One of the big secret unlockables in the Spider-Man 2002 movie game was the ability to play as the Green Goblin. So you got to fly around on his glider, you got to use pumpkin bombs, razor bats, just anything the Green Goblin can do, you can do it. And that was just like absolutely crazy that that absolutely existed. Then in Spider-Man 2, one of the big rumors and myths was that you could play as Doc Ock if you completed everything in the game. Like if you did all the challenges, got all the tokens and collectibles, like everything in the game, you got to play as Doc Ock. But because the internet wasn't like mainstream and not everybody had it, you couldn't check guides or find out if this was true or not. And the idea of completing everything in the game was just, it literally borderline impossible to do. Then the Ultimate Spider-Man game came out a year later, and you got to play as Venom as part of the main story. So playing as Venom and the Green Goblin just made it really likely that you could play as Doc Ock if you managed to complete the game 100%. So this idea just stems from that, and like I really just want to play as Doc Ock throughout the city. Spidey-ock does appear in the 90s TV series along with his tentacles, and like I think it looks pretty cool. As for powers, I think in combat it should like be able to grab like 4 enemies that are nearby, slam them into the ground, and then throw them at other enemies. Although this one might be completely different, I would love just the general use of the arms just to be traverse New York. So instead of having to Spider-Man your way around, you're just Doc Ocking your way. I do think this suit should be unlocked very, very close to like getting everything done in the game, just because it's such a crazy, crazy idea. The Spider Armor Mark 1. The Spider-Man PS4 game already features the Mark 2, 3 and 4, so Mark 1 just makes sense to me. In the comics, the suit was originally created so Spider-Man could fight the Enforcers, and then it ended up getting destroyed by acid at the end of the battle. The suit has appeared in the 90s TV series, and we can see that there's a laser built into the suit. It's also appeared in the previous games, like in the PS1 games. It was basically used as like a body armor pickup, where you just run over it, it equips, and you just get extra health. I think Insomniac could make this suit look really, really good because they made the red armor look good. I can't remember if it's Mark 2 or Mark 3, but the bulkiness makes it just look absolutely sick, so I think they could do a great job with the Mark 1 armor. The suit powers for this suit could be just be bulletproof and take less damage from everything and not be affected by electricity or anything like that. It kind of seems useless when you look at the Mark 4's ability, so the suit powers could be up for debate. And lastly, Cosmic Spider-Man. Basically that time Spider-Man got the powers of God. I'm not going to go into how Spider-Man got those powers, but that is basically the gist of it. One time Cosmic Spider-Man punched the Hulk into orbit, and when the Hulk landed on the ground, he got up and was like, nope, I'm not fighting that. and he walked off. So Cosmic Spider-Man is stupidly powerful. This suit has appeared in most of the Spider-Man games, but in my opinion it's just never looked right. It's either been black or blue with like little dots or spots or blotches over the suit, and it just never looked cool. That was until the mobile game Spider-Man Unlimited showed how the suit should look. In that game it shows a rotating universe inside the suit. It's got stars and moons and planets, and just it looks absolutely phenomenal. Every other incarnation of the suit has just looked terrible by comparison. Like in some games it genuinely looks like it's just got weird blotches on the suit and makes you go. But I really do think that Insomniac could make this suit look absolutely excellent. In previous games, the suit has had the powers of invulnerability, increased jump height, unlimited webbing, double, quadruple damage, etc. So it's just a ridiculously powerful suit, because you know he's got the power of the universe in the palm of his hand. But I really do think the suit powers in this game should be to just one-punch ragdoll enemies, like boom. Spider-Man cleaned out the Hulk in one shot, sent him up to orbit. Just knock enemies flying all over the place. I just think that would be sweet. But for this suit to exist true to its comic book origins, it has to be the last thing you ever unlock in the game ever, just because it is so unbelievably overpowered. But it's gotta have a rotating universe inside the suit, and it's gotta look good. So that's it. Those are suits that I think should be inside the game. My list was very 90s orientated. I'm a 90s kid, what can you do? So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment and subscribe down below. Lots more Spidey content coming. Aight, peace.